you realize how many versions of yourself survived to become this one? You made it here, and I know that sounds small, but honestly, it's not, because there were probably nights nobody saw, moments where you felt lost, confused, disconnected from yourself. Moments where you kept going without even knowing why. But some arrive here. I've been thinking a lot lately about how strange growth feels, because when we imagine becoming better, we think it's supposed to look obvious, like suddenly feeling confident, suddenly glowing, suddenly having your life together. But a real growth sometimes is almost invisible. Sometimes growth is getting out of bed, answering one test, eating probably again, learning how to sit with yourself, and nobody claps for those moments. But the those moments change you quietly, slowly, deeply. When I started this season of showroom talk, I didn't want to feel perfect. I didn't want it to feel like someone teaching people how to live. I just wanted to feel honest, like two people sitting in a room together, trying to understand life a little better. And honestly, I think that's what this season became for me, to not answers, just companionship. I think one of the hardest things about growing up is realizing that nobody really teaches you how to become yourself. People teach you how to succeed, how to perform, how to look better, how to be productive, but nobody really teaches you how to come home to yourself again. And I think a lot of us are quietly trying to do that. We're trying to reconnect with parts of ourselves that got buried under pressure, expectations, compression, fear, and sometimes we don't even notice it happening. We just wake up one day and realize, wait, I haven't felt like myself in a long time. And that feeling can be scary, because suddenly you don't know what you actually like, what you actually want, or who you become while trying to survive. But I also think there's something beautiful about realizing that, because awareness is the beginning. The moment you notice the disconnect, this is also the moment you begin returning to yourself. And returning to yourself is not traumatic. It's a very quiet, it's choosing peace more often, being kinder to yourself, outgrowing things without announcing announcing it, resting without guilt, laughing again naturally. It's small, but small things rebuild people. I used to think healing would feel cinematic, like one huge breakthrough moment. But now I think healing looks more like breathing easier, reacting softer, feeling safer in your own mind. I think healing is when your inner world starts becoming less heavy, not perfect, just lighter. And honestly, if you're still here after everything you've gone through, that already says so much about you because life changes people. Disappointment changes people. Loneliness changes people. Heartbreak changes people. But somehow you kept your softness. That's rare. I think this season taught me something important. You do not need to become completely different person to deserve love, peace, or a meaningful life. Sometimes the goal isn't transformation. It's sometimes the goal is simply coming back to yourself. And maybe that's what this episode is, a reminder that even if your process felt slow, even if nobody noticed your growth, even if you're still figuring things out, you still made it here. And I'm really proud of you for that. Maybe healing was never about becoming someone new. Maybe it was always about returning to person inside you who deserve love all along. You came home to yourself. And I think that's beautiful. You survived enough versions of yourself to finally make to this one.